Hello and welcome everyone. This evening we are playing with Dr. Yamato here. It's my dumb joke. Domo arigato, Dr. Yamato. Anyway. So we're starting off and I'm always like confused of what to do right in the beginning with battleships, so this time I decided to mix it up and just go completely broadside to the enemy team here while I get around this island and go out wide, just gonna see what's happening. Maybe I can get some spots and decent hits on the enemy ships that have range that like to kind of crouch and hide behind those islands that are around Zone C over there. So we will do that. Kind of like Yamato is one of my favorite battleships. You get really awesome guns with a really great range. But then aside from that, that's kind of about it. You do have a very big hull sticking out, so you can get citadeled quite easily with this one. So you do have to be careful when doing something like this when you're when you're broadside to the enemy team. Of course, nobody's spotted yet, and we don't see anybody over there, so we're safe and sound for the moment here.
Enemy force detected.
I'm a little disappointed that we don't have anybody kind of on our team moving up this, this east side over here.
All stations, proceed to capture that area.
I kind of got the feeling I was going to get left alone over here, but I don't think that happens in the end here. And yeah, we can see we get one cruiser spotted, but I know I'm not going to be able to hit him. The island on that end's way too big, and we're behind this island here. So we will keep moving. So kind of my plan is, if not a lot of ships pop up over here, I would just go and get the sea cap. They've only got one destroyer. Of course, we don't know where that is yet, and that could be very well be on this side. And we get our first spot of the day for us. Montana's a good ship for Yamato to shoot at. We got a decent angle there. I'm weighing my options at the moment, and I kind of wish I didn't, because I should have shot at that Montana. But now he's going to start turning in and or being not spotted. So lost my opportunity there. This Lepanto is a little bit better, a little bit closer, so range-wise I had the advantage there, but kind of was regretting not shooting at that Montana out there. But now we also have a Conqueror, so between Lepanto, Conqueror, and Montana, there's a lot of damage to be done here. And the way I'm positioned, I'm regretting all my life choices, because I'm probably the only one that most of these ships will shoot at. But we are angled good, and I'm starting to pull away, kind of trying to use the advantage of the range that I have on this ship. The range and accuracy on some of these Japanese battleships is pretty good, especially when you pair it well with commanders and things like that. And like I said, that's why I wish I had shot at that Montana earlier, because probably would have been able to get some Citadel hits on him earlier on, and we just decided not to do that because we're idiots.
Thank you.
2 fires from the Conqueror, so I will damage con that.
Ship is on fire.
I still think we haven't even spotted the destroyer yet, and since I'm going in and out of being spotted at the moment, I'm doubting he's on this side. But I'd like to have it so that, if I can keep backing up and get out a little bit out of range of some of these battleships on this side and make it more of a 1 versus 1 instead of a 3 versus 1, that'll be helpful to me. It does look like some of my team over on D there, over at the corner of D there, is shooting, so they are helping out quite a bit. And I'm not giving them enough credit for that. Oh, yep, waiting for a spot here. That's kind of the disadvantage of, there only being 1 destroyer on each team. Our destroyer's way out there over at A. So, all the way to the west as west goes. So this, I'm a little more comfortable here. Lepanto's probably the only one that can shoot me, and he appears to be quite distracted by the other ships on my team. And that's kind of a newer-ish ship at this point when I was recording this, so I'm not quite sure where to hit that ship yet. But we're doing decent damage. And of course he doesn't like me picking on him, so he shoots back with his rear gun. I'm probably the only one that his rear gun can hit, so he's probably using front guns for everybody else and rear gun for me. And it looks like he's going to start to move backwards, so you kind of get that, you know, have a little bit of intuition when you're shooting and kind of trying to anticipate if they're going to move backwards or forwards when you're seeing a steady ship there like that. So did a decent job anticipating which direction he was going to go and changed my shot up a little bit for that other turret and shot a little bit further behind him. And we're going to see if we can steal a kill here or not on this Lepanto. I know everybody else was kind of probably doing most of the work. And that marks one for us. So still pretty even ship-wise, but we do have the extra zone capped over A. So we are ahead on points. And we did lose our destroyer, which is a little bit of a bummer, but that's a little bit less on the points aspect. When you lose a destroyer, it's not as damning as a battleship. But that just means more battleships for us to shoot that the destroyer won't be able to get damage on. So this is a beautiful shot on this Montana, and then he goes dark, so you kind of just have to cross your fingers and wait for those bolts to hit, and it just wrecks him.
We destroyed an enemy battleship.
So no, obviously now I'm starting to move up now that we have an advantage on the playing field, at least on this side for sure. So ideally, I'll move, you know, oh, their destroyer is off to the west over there already. So got a good chunk of their team fighting a battle in an area that's not really that important. So that's probably helping us out quite a bit. Plus we have that zone captured too, so we've got that going for us. But yeah, so I don't have to worry about the destroyer over here. And then it looks like we got an Alaska. Alaska can hit a Yamato pretty hard, so you do have to be careful with this. They'll shoot AP right in your side, and they'll get really awesome Citadel hits on you, so you want to make sure you're angled good when you're fighting with an Alaska. And at this point in the game too, we've taken some pretty gnarly hits ourselves.
The ship is on fire.
And so we only have one heal left as well. So I'm kind of trying to also stay close to the teammates in case I do end up needing will to rebuild. That is how I have this commander rigged out for this guy, for this ship. And somebody just annihilates that Alaska. I think probably because he had too much attention and focused on me and was worried about taking bullets from me, and so he took them from our other battleship. Conqueror is all that's left on this side for us now at the moment. And that is a good ship that I would like to shoot. You can get some pretty gnarly Citadel hits on those British battleships if you're rocking American ships or Japanese ships with AP. And then he's probably rigged out for HE shells. A lot of people rig out their British battleships to do fire damage. So he may have just lit this fire on me and then stopped paying attention to me to just kind of let the damage run its course. 2 fires is a little bit brutal to me at this point because I have no health left. So I am going to look for will to rebuild, but I really want this kill more than anything. So I'm turning away, which might be a mistake, turning away so I can get this rear turret to fire off, and then I don't hardly do any damage to him anyway. So we'll start making our way back towards our teammates, and thankfully he went down and we used our damage con, and we're not gonna get lit on fire again here, at least not from him.
Requesting support.
So my teammates saved my ass there. I will turn into them and have them save my ass some more by getting some will to rebuild so that we can stay in this fight. I think a lot of times people just kind of YOLO it and go in with their, you know, especially if you're in a battleship with lots of big guns, you get excited and you want to push forward and and do as much damage as you can in a short amount of time. But my motto has always been stay in the fight, do what you gotta do to stay in the fight, and come back and fight another day if you need to. As far as like, you know, run away or get unspotted so that you get a little less attention on you. And then when people start paying attention to others on your team, that's when you come back and start shooting them again. So we got a Yamato out here, and just as he goes dark, I pull the trigger, so hopefully we still get a good shot on him there. And an Alaska as well, so that's no good. And then their destroyer is still out there somewhere as well. So my team kind of makes the smart move here. I was kind of impressed that everyone kind of wanted to hang out together. And this gives us a huge advantage here because their team starts to split off here. That Yamato's almost gone. Disappointed we didn't finish him off before, but he was not angled well for us. So we'll see if we can get the kill on him. I'm sure my teammates were looking at him at the same time, thinking he's almost dead. Let's try and get that kill.
Battleship foundered.
Our victory is in sight.
And we're up to 130,000 damage. Nothing crazy, but that's still a pretty good game. And 3 ships left. Now we're, like, my team's, like, all of us are being too stubborn. This would be a nice moment for that destroyer to still be alive on our team, and he could spot while we just rip everybody up, but he's no longer there. So, yeah, I'm sticking behind this island here, because I know if I'm a destroyer or a cruiser on their team, I'd be shooting torpedoes up those little alleyways on either side of this island, especially if nothing's spotted. So everyone kind of hangs in the middle, in between those islands. We've got a smoke screen here too from, I think, probably our Minotaur. And he's not going to want to take any big, you know, Citadel hits from the side with AP either. So he plays smart here at the moment, at least. Somehow he got spotted. I'm wondering if Alaska's got its radar going. So I'm backing up in anticipation just because I'm one that's low on health, so I'm anticipating some spotting to happen here. Kind of don't want our other Yamato to go up there because, you know, there's torpedoes that are going to come through there at some point. But he's getting eager and wants somebody to shoot at, so. And yep, there's a gearing. Luckily with the gearings, their reload time's pretty long on their torpedoes, so depending on how he's been saving them up, yep, he does have a rack to send. And I think our Minotaur did its job and finished off the gearing for us. Alaska's gonna be nice and turn broadside to us here, so we'll see how this goes. I feel like I always struggle to get really good hits on the Alaska with the Yamato. Yeah, all of these are going over penetration. So I don't know, maybe I should be using HE when shooting at that ship. Somebody let me know. But yeah, I felt like that was a good shot, good angle, maybe just because of how he was turning. His hull was kind of dipped in. Or maybe I shot too high too. But yeah, all of my bullets over penetrated, so we didn't do much damage. But yeah, when I play that Alaska, I really love the Alaska too, but I feel like when I take hits from Yamato, I take hits from the Yamato. Like, they hurt. So I can see, you know, keeping an eye on the map, their cruisers are moving off to the side, and I'm so itching for 2 more kills, and they're the only 2 left, but we've literally got a minute left in this game, so things are going to have to happen quick if I want to Kraken. And trying to pay attention to where I'm going. We're getting close to an island, but man, do I want these bullets to land on this Alaska this time. So we wait for that island symbol to go away and give it, I like to give it like 1 or 2 more seconds if I can, and we pull the trigger and finally land some decent hits on the Alaska and get a high caliber.
Cruiser destroyed.
So 1 guy left, 36 seconds left in the game, 11 seconds for my bullets to reload. Getting so itchy. $175,000 damage, really great for Yamato.
Good show.
That doesn't work out for us. I think that looked like we won on points there, which I wasn't paying attention to originally. So I had even less time than I thought. You'll see where that puts us at the top of the scoreboard, but no Kraken. So come back next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, everyone.